Hey guys, your boy MKS here, back with another video. Hope everyone's well. The weather's a bit strange outside, really windy. For a while, the sky was really nice and blue, but it was still quite windy as well. So it's been really windy outside today. But and my dog normally doesn't like that either. He hates the wind. But anyway, sorry, a bit of a side note. Hopefully, if I get around to it today, I'd love to do a video about a video I did a few days ago about on Monday, about 3 or 4 days ago, about MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, imagining him owning in Juventus, and I talked before about how I hope to do that for each Italian team. And today Inter's playing in the final, so I hope Inter win. I hope to do a video about imagining Mohammed bin Salman buying out Inter, and also imagining different scenarios. And using my imagination, as I say. And I'd also, I hope Inter win tonight. So as I was saying in part one, I think I briefly mentioned how, sorry, I lost my train of thought again. Losing my train of thought. How I hope that, how my more, I don't know if pertinent is the right word, but more immediate goals or dreams would be. I know these are I say they're dreams because they're not in my control really, but if all goes well, this is what I'd like to happen in the short term, which is Inter to win, PSG to win on Sunday to win Champions League, because their French teams are, since no Italian teams in it, I hope they win, and also Celtic to win the 10 in a row, and also to become the most successful team in Scotland soon as well. So those are like more immediate dreams, I suppose. But overall, I hope you checked out part one, as I say, and hope you enjoyed it, and I didn't waffle too much, and I hope I won't waffle too much here, but anywho, here goes. So carrying on my list, number 11, I dream to improve relations. I dream to improve relations, rather. I'm drinking water for once. I do try and have a bottle of water a day nowadays, which I never used to drink water, but it's like it helps to lose weight and keep healthy and all that sort of stuff. So I know I normally drink like stuff like Pepsi or tea. They're the drinks I sort of enjoy the taste of, but for health reasons I drink water. Anyway, I need to lose a bit of weight, so where was I? Sorry, damn it, I forgot. Sorry, number 11, I hope to improve relations between Italy and France somehow, I know they don't always get well politically, but I love to improve relations and look at what they have in common, like both nations are from the Mediterranean, both are Latin, apparently that means Romance-speaking languages, or something like that, according to Wikipedia. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know Wikipedia is not always accurate. Both are tricolor nations, both are republics, and unfortunately both have some negative things in common as well, like both colonizing countries, but so that's a bit of a negative thing for me as an anti-imperialist, but generally speaking, like they also have a lot of things in common which I suppose are probably quite positive in a way, maybe. Both have similar positive climates because they're Mediterranean and that sort of thing. I love Mediterranean nations, from my point of view, is positive, and also Latin nations and tricolor nations and republics and things like that. So, as I say, when Italian teams and French teams play each other, obviously they're going to be rivals. But when they play teams that are not either Italian or French, I hope they will say for instance, all the Italian teams are going to support the French teams if they're left in, like PSG, which I hope win on Sunday. So hopefully, the French teams will do the same for Italian teams. If the French teams go out, then they'll support the Italian teams when they're in the final. And if they're playing like German or English or other teams, even like Spanish teams. But I dream for like Mediterranean teams to be more united as well. So I hope to improve relations between them. Number 12, on that note, there's 8 favourite teams I have, like football-wise, country-wise, which are like Italy, number 1, France 2nd, Turkey 3rd, Mexico 4th, Spain 5th, Portugal 6th, Argentina 7th, and Brazil 8th, which is a bit difficult. I know Italy and Brazil normally have a rivalry, and even Italy and France, or even Italy and Spain. But I think because they're Mediterranean and Latin, sort of, or in Brazil's case, Mediterranean descent, hopefully they can get a little bit better and like practice together. I love to have like practice cups where all these teams, what I call practice cups, where all these teams come together and practice and play together. Number 13, as I've talked about before, it feels a bit strange being an Italy fan, because I know, like, I'm normally an anti-imperialist, but in terms of football, like, a lot of teams I support are like having a bit more of an imperialistic history. But I joke about being mixed race, as I said before, because I say like mixed up. But yeah, like Italy has a good chance to become the top football team, whereas a lot of the other countries I might support would not have a chance as much. Like, they'd have to win so many World Cups. Like, Italy only has to win a couple of World Cups, and we, as a fan, would be the top in terms of World Cup victories. And also the Italian league only has to win a few European trophies or whatever, and they'll become the top, or at least one or two. Well, we are already one of the top. Whereas some of the Arab nations, I love to support Mediterranean or Mid-Eastern nations as well, but some of the Arab nations would take ages to have the success levels of Italian teams. So, and like I say, I supported Italian teams first, so it's like sort of out of habit. So I don't always agree with like the racism or prejudice or violence or things like that. Like, I'd even love to convert people like who are in the mafia to instead like practice playing football and not use violence or break the law. So I have these mad dreams, I know. But anyway, number 14. Again, I'd love to have like football fundraising events which solve problems like global warming or healthcare, like improving relations perhaps even between those teams I support, like the ones I've just mentioned, like especially in Serie A, having, which is the Italian league of course, having like fundraising events to fundraise for African tech, and hopefully in return have loads of fans from Africa and Asia and places like that as well. If we do fundraising events for them. And practice with some of those up-and-coming countries like from India and China and places like that. Practice with some of their teams, especially at youth level. Hope I'm making sense, I say. I know my dreams are a bit quirky, but yeah, so I hope Italy can have practice matches, I say, with emerging football nations. Like, it could be a mutually beneficial thing, because if Italian teams toured India as well as helping their economy, it could also mean that we, as a Italian football fan, would have loads of fans from India, which is one of the most populated countries in the world, as well as China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, places like that, all over Asia, and also like America and other emerging nations, footballing nations. So, number 15, again, hope to like share my ideas, go to Italy and like share my ideas, and also like share my ideas with FIFA and UEFA about how to get more people into football and how to do more charitable events and things like that, and create like football tournaments and that sort of thing. Number 16, again, I'd love to see Italian teams improve and do more better, and like have richer owners and sponsors and more fans around the world, and Italian teams compete more with the Premier League and the Liga and leagues like that. Number 17, again, I'd love to have like relation between like Italian teams, especially at youth level, practicing with Celtic, like, as I have the goal that to help Italian teams to become the most successful, and also Celtic to be the most successful in Scotland. So hopefully that would help me with my dream about those two dreams I have, by helping them to practice together and that sort of thing. 18, I'd love to create events such as Football for Good, again, where a lot of good things are done with football, like talking about how football can help tackle depression and give you a sense of purpose, help you to connect with other people if you're lonely, or can help you to get fit, possibly even the academies, like improving diets and things like that, and bring people together and hopefully tackle some of the violence or things like that, make it like a family-friendly environment. So I'd love to tackle football hooliganism in Italy and places like that as well, like those teams I talked about, which I support. And again, have loads of football events that raise funds and do lots of good things. Again, have Football for Good and things like that. Could be an idea to take to FIFA. Number 19, I'd love to get like Native Americans into football, and I was thinking like some quirky ideas as usual, like with football academies in like Native American communities and Aboriginal communities in Australasia as well, Maoris and groups like that. And it would be quite difficult to imagine in a way, because I suppose from Italian clubs' point of view, like Serie A clubs' point of view or Celtic's point of view, to have academies there might cost quite a lot. So it would depend from a financial, because a lot of football is about business. Like, football is a business, so it's a lot about financials now. So it'd be hard to see if that would be feasible. But I think it would be quite interesting if like those football academies will be set up in Native American and Aboriginal communities, as well as Africa and Asia, and also Latin America as well, because we could spot the top talent, but get players to be loyal to Italian football, Celtic, whatever. But at the same time, I suppose it would be about how feasible it is. But it would be great to see like loads of Native Americans getting into football and doing really well, improving their health, but also possibly some of them breaking into Italian football and possibly playing for Celtic as well, and that sort of thing. And number 20, hopefully my dreams weren't too crazy, and I'd love to see Italian teams have 3 under 21 players in all possible senior games. Anyway, I'm out. Peace out.